Welcome everyone to the pilot episode of the Vulpecula, a series based on a merchant ship from Port Frey that goes around all of Adelrune with a crew selected by a mysterious owner. So we're going to get started. I shall be your narrator. And I have to get to the front of the script, not the end. All right. And here we go. Exterior ship, Port Frey, day. A crew of men and women are busy making a ship, the Vulpecula, ready to set sail. A voice narrates.
Our destination is Edge, the northernmost port on the island of Terre. We are to pick up cargo and return it to Port Frey. This is the first voyage of the Vulpecula, and I'm still getting acquainted with the new crew. We were each chosen by the ship's owner after responding to a flyer. The captain is a Fendel named Varian Elhorn. My experience with Offendals have shown them to be serious to the point of being joyless. Thus far, the captain has lived up to that idea. It is possible he's concerned with the crew selection. There are a dragonkin and a demon on board. Voras is the third mate, and she is grumpy. Zenori is the chief engineer and seems focused. As the bosun, I'm responsible for maintaining the ship's hull, anchor, and rigging. I'm excited to take care of this fine new ship.
An out-of-breath female with sparkling green eyes runs onto the ship from the dock and speaks to Shepard.
I'm looking for the captain.
Shepard?
Sorry. Right over there with the pointy ears.
She walks to the captain.
Captain, I'm Heshti. I'm the deck cadet.
The captain eyes her for a moment.
Have you ever served on a ship, Heshti?
No.
No what?
What?
Heshti, when you speak to a crew member of higher status, you will address them by rank or as sir. Understand?
Yes, sir.
You seem young. Have you ever been employed?
No, sir.
And what good are you? Why should I even let you on this ship?
Well, I'm strong, sir.
Heshti looks around at the crew.
I'm probably the strongest person here, sir.
Exousia!
Exousia, a tall female, approaches.
Yes, sir.
This is Exousia, the chief mate and second in command. She's also a Celestial. Exousia, Heshti here says that she may be the strongest member of the crew. Before we set sail, I'd like to know if she's right.
Yes, sir. Men, the captain wants to know who of you has the greatest strength. So, if you can lift more than me, step up. Ezekiel.
Yes, sir?
You're the cook. How much does this crate of supplies weigh?
520 pounds, sir.
Exousia grunts a bit and lifts the crate over her head and sits it down.
Can anyone do better?
I'll give it a go. One-handed.
Some of the crew scoff. Heshti raises the crate over her head with one hand.
Ah!
Well done, Cadet.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cadet, there is only one lady on board, and that is the ship herself. You will address me as Sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard.
Interior Vulpecula, galley, evening. The captain stands at the head of a long wooden table with the crew sitting along the sides and Exousia at the far end. The captain is tall and well built. He has light skin and matching hair that falls a few inches below his shoulders. His ears form a gentle point, and his irises are the yellow-orange of a setting sun.
Men, as we sit down to our first meal, I want you to be at ease. We are not a military vessel, nor are we military men. We are a merchant ship moving goods. When on duty, I expect each of you to follow orders and perform your assignments to the best of your ability. But when we are at this table, we hold no rank. We can speak freely as fellow merchants. That being said, I believe Ezekiel has prepared a rare feast for the occasion.
That I have.
Ezekiel has an average height with a few extra pounds on his frame. He has neatly cut sandy blonde hair and beard and an ocean blue star on the bridge of his nose.
That I have. I have offended cheeses, fey fruit, Dacian wine, and fresh meat. Dig in.
Ezekiel returns to the kitchen.
This is an excellent time to go around and have everyone introduce themselves. Perhaps you'd like to start, Captain.
Yes, of course. I am Captain Virian Elhorn. You can tell by the ears that I am a Fendel, and I have the heightened senses typical of my race. So, on a ship this size, if you don't want me to overhear your conversation, you may want to confine your words to parchment.
I'll be sure to remember that.
Exuzia stands as tall as the captain. Her metallic gray hair falls to her jawline. Her eyes and lips are a complementary dark purple.
I am second mate, Exuzia. I am celestial-blooded. As we all saw on deck earlier, I have supernatural strength. Speaking of which, let's raise a glass to the strongest member of our crew, Cadet Heshti.
The crew gives a round of hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Here, here.
Here!
Heshti is the shortest crew member. She has straight blue hair down to her waist and dazzling green eyes.
Thank you. I am Heshti from Mandala. My family line is unique in that we do not have typical scales or horns, fangs, or claws like most dragonkin, but we do have emerald eyes and extreme strength. I'm here because I want to learn what it's like to be on a ship.
You shall get your chance.
Mr. Shepard, tell us about yourself.
Shepard seems like a slightly smaller version of the captain. His brown hair and beard are well groomed.
Well, it appears I'm the only human on board. I've lived in Port Frey my whole life and want to see the world while making some money. Being on a merchant's vessel seems the best way to do that.
Voras has the most intimidating features. Her eyes are entirely black, surrounded by gray, mottled flesh. When she speaks, the skin on her lips peels back further than one would expect, showing more teeth than any mouth should hold. She is as tall as the captain, but more slender.
A human who wants money. How unique.
Excuse me?
You're not excused. Your kind wants nothing more than to dominate the world, to take what you will with no regard to balance.
You judge me on the actions of my ancestors.
On what else should I judge you? The ignorance of your race has led to the slaughter of mine. Count yourself lucky that I seek justice instead of retribution.
How do you seek justice?
My kind often unleashes their worst impulses upon those who have wronged them. But death only fuels further generations to continue the cycle. Although I have faced prejudice in doing so, I have visited your academic halls and learned your system of justice, so that I may use it to force reparations.
What brings you to this ship?
Does my presence make you uncomfortable, Celestial? This vessel will most likely visit many ports, allowing me to further my education. But, since it is in my demon blood to fight, I oversee battle tactics and defense as the third mate. Be thankful that I do it for your benefit.
Yes, I am confident you shall prove yourself a valuable member of the crew. Zenori, we've not heard from you.
Zenori is slightly taller than Heshti. Her features are more round. She too has emerald eyes, but her brown hair is held back by a metal circlet with a dragon on the crest.
I am Chief Engineer Zenori. Heshti and I share the same green lineage. That is why we have similar appearance.
Are you two related?
Distantly. I am a Grandmaster Engineer in Mandala, so much like Voras, I wish to travel the world to increase my knowledge.
Starthorn is the only crew member with wings. They are transparent with a blue-green tint. He has a light build like a boy. His eyes are sky blue and a bit haunting.
Greetings. I am Badger Starthorn, second mate and ship's healer. I am fey and very skilled at magic and persuasion. I could quite easily make everyone here do whatever I wanted, and you'd be happy to do so. But I would never, because I have sworn an oath to the ship's owner that I will follow the captain's orders, and my oaths are entirely unbreakable.
Well, in case it has not been made clear, I order you not to persuade anyone on this ship.
Yes, Captain.
Frostwind has enough hair and fur for 2 men. His wavy red-brown hair falls past his collarbone, and he styles his beard to a narrow point. Fur grows on his face, but only across his forehead and eyes, much like a mask.
I'll go 8th. I am Quartermaster Dune Frostwind. I am also Fae. I love numbers. Numbers on charts, numbers on clocks, numbers on instruments. Numbers are constant, concrete, dependable, and reliable. I am from Paradox, where things are not constant, concrete, dependable, or reliable. In your world, 2 + 2 = 4. In Paradox, 2 + 2 = the sound purple makes. On the Vulpecula, I oversee the numbers and make sure they always tell the truth. I'm very good at finding the truth.
Pine Spirit is the most animal-like of the crew. He has erect pointed ears on the top of his head and a slightly elongated snout. His body is much like Starthorn's, small and boyish.
Until the chef comes back, that leaves me. I'm Seaman Rain Pine Spirit. I make things shiny. I paint, clean, and polish. I'm also good at stacking things, so I'm in charge of moving the ship's cargo. I'm also Fae, but have never been to Paradox. I've spent my life on Tyr.
3 Fae on board. I doubt things will ever be boring.
Ezekiel enters.
I have a special dessert this evening, everyone. A toffee, all the way from the Western Expanse. I'm excited to try this myself.
Don't mind if I do.
I'll have one.
Captain?
Not right now.
I'll leave them here in the galley for later.
Thank you, Chef. I'll take my meal in my cabin. I have matters that need my attention. I look forward to working with each of you. Starthorn, I believe you have first watch.
Yes, Captain.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Interior Captain's cabin, night, hours later. The captain awakens. Starthorn is heard singing a sea shanty with slurred words.
Oh, a drop of Nielsen's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nielsen's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nielsen's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind.
The captain exits his cabin and enters the deck.
Starthorn, what the hell is going on here?
Hey, Captain, I'm steering the boat like you told me to.
You're drunk.
I promise I haven't had a drop. Haven't had a drop.
You're relieved of duty. Get off my deck.
After a moment, Exousia enters the deck.
Oh, Exousia!
Let's try that again. Elhorn?
Exousia!
After a moment, Exousia enters the deck.
You called?
Our second mate is inebriated. Put him in the brig, then return and finish his watch.
Aye, aye, Capitan.
Are you drunk as well?
No, that would not what I would do. That would. I wouldn't. What was the question?
Elhorn rings the bell furiously.
All hands on deck.
The crew stumbles onto the deck.
Line up for inspection.
The crew moves into position.
We are not even a day into our first journey, and 2 of my crew have been found drunk on duty. Dare I ask if anyone else has been drinking?
Captain, I had a glass of wine at supper.
Yet you do not appear to be drunk. Who else is sober?
A few of the crew raise their hands, including the drunk Starthorn.
Put your hand down, Starthorn. Zenori, Voras, Heshti remain on deck. The rest of you get below and I'll deal with you in the morning.
The drunk crew exits.
Never seen such unprofessional behavior. Voras, you are 4th in charge of the ship. After I left the galley, why didn't you do something to control the drinking?
Sir, I was one of the last to leave. There was no drinking that would have led to their condition.
I'm open to suggestions to explain what happened.
Maybe something they ate?
Good. Heshti, go down below and find the galley manifest. See if there are any foodstuffs containing alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Heshti exits.
Voras, you have the wheel.
Yes, sir.
Elhorn
What?
pauses.
Wait.
What is it, sir?
Quiet. Listen.
They listen.
There's a storm. It's too big to go around, and it's heading this way. Head up into the wind! Back the mainsail!
Sir, that maneuver requires 4 hands on deck. And even if Heshte were here, she's untrained.
Damn. Feather and drift until I can get the crew sober. You have the ship.
Yes, sir.
The captain exits.
Feather and drift?
Turn the helm fast from one side to the other to lose momentum. You may want to hold on to something.
Interior bunk room, night.
Exugia, report.
Hey, man. So the magic one with the wings and that guy are like really sweaty. And the rest of us are just holding on because the room is really spinny.
On that last point, we can agree.
The captain walks over to the unconscious crew members.
Starthorn, Shepard. You're both burning up.
Heshti enters.
There you are, Captain. I went looking for you, but you were not where I was looking for you, so I looked for you somewhere else, and then that's where you are.
Heshti, you're drunk.
The captain walks to Heshti.
Listen to me carefully. I want you to tell me exactly what you did after I told you to go to the galley.
You want me to tell you what I did?
Yes.
Well, I turned around and I walked down the stairs and I walked past the bunks and I went to the galley and I found the book. I found the book with the stuff, the manly book. What do you call it?
Manifest.
So the manifest. And I opened up the bar and I started reading, and then I had some toffee, and then I noticed something that was important, and I had to tell you. But now I don't remember what it was.
The toffee. Was it the toffee? Did the toffee make you feel drunk?
That's it! You got it, Captain! You're so... Captain!
Very good, cadet. Go to your bunk until further notice.
Oh, are you going to join me?
I should think not. Go.
Exterior deck, night. The wind has picked up from the approaching storm. The captain enters.
Voras, report.
Sir, I've managed to slow the ship, but the storm is nearly upon us. If we cannot lower the sails before it hits, we will capsize.
Was Heshti able to find anything?
Yes. The toffee chef served seemed to be causing some sort of illness. First intoxication, then a high fever. Unfortunately, the only healer on board was the first to fall ill. We need to find a way to counteract the effects, and quickly. 3 of us cannot ready the ship in time for the storm.
Sir, you mean the 4 of us? Heshti may be untrained, but she is strong and a quick study.
Heshti is in her bunk after eating some of the toffee.
She is in danger.
As much as the rest of us, Chief.
Zenori approaches the captain.
Captain, may I speak with you?
Go ahead.
Captain, I have not been transparent about my identity. I am Zenori Jin Now, of the House I am Zenori Jin Now, of the House
Just take a swing at it.
Ariete? Ariete?
Nailed it.
Ariete. I am Zenori Jin Now, of the House d'Ariete. Heshte and I are direct descendant of Now. Heshte and I are a direct descendant of Now, the patron dragon of knowledge. Heshte is 3rd in line to the throne. What is wrong with me? Heshte is 3rd in line to the throne, and I am her protector. We are aboard this ship as part of her pilgrimage, a time of acquiring worldly knowledge. I arranged for her to arrive after me to the boat to conceal our connection, but secrets are useless if we are cast to the bottom of the sea.
Why are you telling me this?
I have the knowledge to communicate over vast distances with a magical ritual. I can consult with the academics in Mandala for a cure, but with Heshti incapacitated, I will need your assistance with the ritual.
What do you need?
A place to concentrate.
My cabin.
Interior captain's cabin, night.
Take a seat. Sir.
Mr. Zenori, I think we can ease the formality in this situation.
Zenori lights a match.
Very well. This incense will help calm the mind and increase focus.
Zenori sits in front of Elhorn.
Give me your hands. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, close your eyes. Continue to take steady, slow breaths. Strange images may enter your mind. Yield to them. Allow me to direct your consciousness. Good. Your mind is more open than I anticipated.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm about to bridge the connection. This may feel a little strange.
The cabin twists and swirls like paint on a palette, then unravels into a temple-like courtyard.
Oh, why am I so dizzy?
It will pass in a moment.
Where are we?
We are seated in your cabin on the Vulpecula, but our minds are in the Mandala Hall of Academia.
Remarkable.
An ancient man, Aikida, with a youthful smile, approaches.
Zenori! Your mind is welcome. You have brought a stranger.
Aikida, this is Virian Elhorn, captain of the Vulpecula. He is a friend.
Varian, your mind is welcome. Zenori, with what would you fill your cup?
Heshti consumed a toffee that causes drunkenness and high fever. I need a remedy.
Hold a morsel in your hand so that I might examine it through you.
I do not have one, but
I have one. I picked it up when I locked the rest of it away.
Ah, how wise of you, Virian. Hold the piece in your hand. It is enchanted. Cursed. Meant to entice, then ensnare. It is of gore. A cowardly attack from our northern enemy. Zenori, you must brew a purification potion. I shall provide you a recipe. But first, tell me of the progress of Heshti's journey.
She has yet to acquire any of the 8 lights.
Oh, her brother already has one. If he earns them before Heshti, he will have the right to move ahead of her in succession. I do not think of him as a capable leader of the outer provinces. Do your best to guide Heshti.
We don't have much time. Aikida, a storm is approaching, and I need my crew to save the ship.
Well, if time is of the essence, perhaps a potion will not suffice. You can have your crew pass through a warding line. But I warn you, while the magic works quickly, it is harrowing.
Will it cause any permanent harm?
It will not.
Tell us what to do.
Exterior deck of Vulpecula, pre-dawn. Heavy rain and strong winds. The storm is almost on the ship, and the crew must shout to hear one another.
The stones are in place. We just have to get the crew to step over this line. But, Captain, it won't be easy. It's going to feel like walking through a wall of fire.
We only need a couple. The rest we can cure with the potion. We should start with Heshti. Her strength will help.
That's precisely why we shouldn't try to force her through. With her strength, she'd tear us apart. I suggest we get the Fae. We can tie a rope around them, and the 3 of us can pull them across.
Voras is the strongest of us. You take the wheel. Voras, grab the rope. When I signal, start pulling and don't stop, no matter... Stop pulling and don't stop, no matter how much they scream.
That will not be a problem.
Interior bunk room, pre-dawn.
Pine Spirit, Frostwind, come with me.
Hey, what's happening, Capitan? Are we sailing in an oven? 'Cause it is hot.
Hot like a pepper.
Hot like lava.
Hot like Belladonna Valentina.
Oh,
forbidden.
Gentlemen, please follow me. We are going to play a game.
Oh, I hope there's food.
Exterior, deck, pre-dawn.
Right this way.
Oh, the sky is full of water babies.
I'm going to tie this rope around you both, and Voras is going to pull you toward her. This is going to hurt, and if I could take your place, I would. But I need you to do this to help the ship. You will save all of us and be heroes. Can I count on you?
That was beautiful.
You can count on us, Captain.
Now, Mr. Voras.
Voras pulls the rope, and the two face scream as if their flesh were being burned away.
Are you both all right?
Yes, I think so, Captain.
Then on your feet. Voras, I have the wheel. Secure for heavy weather. Take in the mainsail. Secure all loose gear. Batten down the hatches. Close all portholes and watertight doors.
The captain's orders fade out into exterior, deck, day, overcast but calm. Zenori enters the deck to see the captain at the wheel.
Captain?
Zenori, how's the crew?
The purification potion has been distributed. Everyone is coming around. Shepard and Starthorn are still foggy, but they'll recover.
Good. Well done.
Sir, I request that you keep my and Heshti's royal lineage a secret.
Chief, understand that my priority is to this ship and her crew. I have no desire to share your secret, but it may already be out. I don't think that toffee found its way to our chef by mistake.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll be attending to the crew.
Zenori begins to exit and passes Exuzia, who steps on deck.
Chief?
Chief.
Exuzia, back on your feet?
Yes, sir. However, I don't remember much of what happened.
Oh, not much. We were just sailing an untested ship through a storm with an untested crew, largely incapacitated by a cursed desert.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be plenty more adventures ahead of us. You have the wheel.
Yes, sir.
Elhorn walks away, then turns.
And Chief, should Chef offer you any sweets during your duty, decline.
Yes, sir.
As the Vulpecula sails across the sea, Shepard writes in a journal.
That was my first night on board, and it was spent in a drunken fever. If they can make a way to get you drunk without drinking, there must be a way to let you drink without getting drunk. Ah, well, I'll leave it to the magicians.
Yay! And that's the end.
Yay!
Good job, everyone.
Thank you.